Whoops. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So, this evening, as you all know, at 8:30 to 9:30, I do my free live readings. And earlier today, I thought it would be fun to kind of create a challenge with one of my friends from Access Consciousness who went to Houston with me this past week. And so Teresa and I have decided to do a 30-video, 30-day challenge. And we're calling it hashtag 30 Days of Consciousness. So for the next 30 days, she and I are both going to post our own videos on things to help you access more consciousness, things to help you create change in your life, things to help make your life better, tips and tools and tricks to creating more fun, more joy, and more glory and ease in your life. Some using access tools, maybe some not so much access tools. Kind of whatever feels light and fun for us as we go through the journey. So this is my first video for the 30 Days of Gratitude. And one of the things I wanted to share with you is something I've been thinking about the last few days, and something that Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, shared with us during Foundations this last week. And it's this idea of how judgments can actually help make us money. And so he has the awareness and the point of view that for every judgment that is placed upon you or toward you that you accept and allow, meaning maybe someone told you that you're fat or you're ugly and you said thank you, and you didn't go, oh my god, they called me fat, oh my god, I'm not fat. So you're not reacting and you're not defending. You're just allowing them to see it from their point of view, and you just say thank you. You receive the judgment. And what he says happens if you receive the judgment is you add $5,000 to your salary for the year. So for every judgment that you are willing to accept, you make $5,000. Now, the catch to this is for every judgment that you react, respond, defend against or for, or resist, you actually lose $10,000. So when people judge you and you go into the wrongness of you, rather than seeing yourself as being beautiful regardless of what anybody else says, because the reality is their judgment has nothing to do with you, it has everything to do with them not wanting to accept something you reflect back at them. For every time you allow it, you make $5,000, and for every time you don't allow and you resist or you fight or you argue against that, you lose $10,000. So it really is an interesting idea to throw around, like, okay, so if I accept people's judgments, I'm going to be a millionaire, and if I don't, I'm going to be a poor man. And maybe that's taking it a little too far. Like I said, this is his point of view, it's his awareness. I, for one, am more than grateful to try that and see what happens. And so I've had, some of you may have experienced this already, where people have said, oh, well, you just have a lot of money. Thank you. Yes, I do. And you'll also find a lot of times, and I'm starting to play with this as well, that we'll tell you not to do something, because we know if we tell you not to, then you will. And so someone told me that it seemed like everyone had a lot of money, and I said, yes, we do, and don't you dare try to have any. And so know that it's, I guess, a form of manipulation, if you will. Because we know that if we tell you not to do something, you are more likely to do it than if we tell you not to. So you'll see us post really stupid things on each other's comments or posts like, oh, I'm going to Houston for Foundation. And we might say, well, I hope your time is miserable, and I hope you have no fun at all. It's kind of a joke. It's not that we actually wish that on someone, it's that it just sounds fun. And it just is. It is what it is. And as much as the kids used to share that phrase in my classroom last year, I'm realizing it really is just what it is. We have choice, we can change it, we can make things different, we can move them around, make them more dynamic, but they really are just what they are. So that is how judgment can make you money. So start playing with that. When someone judges you, just say thank you, receive it, know that you don't have to buy that point of view, it is just their interesting point of view. And for every time that you accept it, you make $5,000. For every time that you refuse it, you lose $10,000. And so obviously, the more willing you are to receive judgment, the better off it will be for you. And I also wanted to talk about some of the books that I've actually either read all the way through or have started reading and think are phenomenal, and I think that you would enjoy them, and I think that they can help. So the first one, probably my all-time favorite, and probably one of the most dynamic books that I've read so far with Access Consciousness, is actually Being You, Changing the World. You guys have seen me post about this a lot, I'm sure. I'm trying to move it where there's no glare. There you go. It's written by Dr. Dane here. He's the co-creator of Access Consciousness and kind of test dummy for a lot of the things that they do. And I got to meet him in person, and oh my god, he's so dynamic, and he really does live the life that he refers to in his book. So Being You, Changing the World is the book written by Dr. Dane here, and it really is, I see it kind of as his personal memoir. It's his reflections on how his life worked and how he changed it, and the tools that he used to create the life that he wished to have. It really is about getting out of the judgment of yourself. It's really about accepting all parts of your being, and then recognizing that you being you is the gift to the world, which I think is a phenomenal message for anyone. And I will share links to all these books afterwards if you're interested, but I thought I'd give more of a video about them rather than just a photo post, which is what I've been doing. Being You, Changing the World, I read it over the last month or two because I started reading it, got stuck in my own life, and stopped reading it. I finished the second half in like a week. So it is an easy read. It's got tons and tons of material, tons of tools to use, and it really is a good intro into Access Consciousness and this idea of being you and being a contribution to the planet by getting out of judgment of yourself. The next book that you probably have seen me post this last week, I just bought this in Houston. It is Magic, You Are It, Be It. It's by Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, and Dr. Dane here, co-creator of Access. So Magic, You Are It, Be It is really about getting into that space of knowing that you are an infinite being and you have potencies and capacities that you've never imagined possible. It redefines what magic really means. It redefines how magic really works in this reality, and how you can be magic and how you are magic if you are willing to get out of your own way and allow it to happen. And it was a quick read. I think I read it in 3 days total. And thank you, Dr. Andrew Gardella, for telling me that I couldn't read it in 2.5 hours on a plane, because it made me want to read it that much more. So thank you for that manipulation. And then the last book that I'll share, and then I'll end this so that I can have a little break before I do my readings, is Living Beyond Distraction by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here as well. This is a book that gets into this idea of distractor implants. And distractor implants are really points of view that you've bought and you've solidified over lifetimes. And so now they're kind of stuck. They get you stuck in your life, they stop you in your tracks, and they really feel kind of messy, if you will. It's anger, rage, fury, hate. Let me see which ones are on the cover here. Anger, rage, fury, hate, life, death, reality, living, love, sex, jealousy, peace, relationships, business, work, and there's another one that I'm forgetting, so I'm going to look really quick. Fear and doubt. Those are the two that I was forgetting. So anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt. I forgot a lot. Addictive, compulsive, obsessive, and perverted points of view. Love, sex, jealousy, and peace. Life, death, living, and reality. Fear, doubt, business, and relationships. So all of those are covered in this one small book. I think total it's probably a couple hundred pages. Yeah, not even a couple hundred pages. It's an easy read. It is the written transcripts from telecalls. So it's written in a conversation, so it's kind of like you're talking rather than reading. And it's just a phenomenal book about how fear keeps you stuck, how jealousy gets you stuck, how anger gets you stuck, how anger, rage, fury, and hate are intertwined, and how we kind of choke some of those down, and some of them we're willing to use, and where those things really come from. So those would be the three. These are all three books that like I said, I've already read the two, and the third one I'm working on. And there's a few other books that I bought that I just got in. One is Right Body for You, which is all about how to be one with your body and how that can actually create a healthy communion with you and your body. So if you want to lose weight, you want to have less pain and suffering with your body, less misery in your body, Right Body for You would be a great book. And then another book that I'm reading currently is Money Isn't the Problem, You Are. So about how we stick ourselves with money and prevent ourselves from having it. And the only other book that I've completely read is How to Become Money Workbook. It is a small workbook with questions to get you working on your thoughts, points of view about money, and how you can create more money once you deal with those things, such as why you hate money, or why you think you lack money, and how that affects you. And again, I'll put links for all of this. I know there's a lot of books in the title above this video when I'm done, and in the comments, so that you get a little pop-up saying that I commented on the video as well. So, start accepting judgment. Every judgment that you allow to happen and you say, thank you so much, you're awesome, you get $5,000. For every judgment that you go, oh crap, am I doing that? Am I doing that? Am I really that? You lose $10,000. So stop judging you and allow others to judge you instead. And then all those books. So Being You, Changing the World by Dr. Dane Here, Living Beyond Distractions by Dr. Dane Here and Gary Douglas, and Magic You Are It, Be It by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane Here. All phenomenal books, all great reads, all easy reads, and all great doorways to more possibilities. So I hope that this video helps you, and I look forward to sharing another video every day for the next 30 days. And be sure to check out Teresa Bartlett's videos as well. She actually commented on this video. If you want to check her page out and what she does a lot of Reiki and Access Consciousness and hypnotherapy. I shouldn't say hypnotherapy, hypnotism. Yeah, so check out Teresa's page as well. She's a phenomenal lady. I'm so glad and grateful that I've met her. She introduced me to Access Consciousness and all these amazing tools that I have, and actually is the reason that I got to go to Texas. And it empowered me to choose to go to Texas, I should say. So I hope that this finds you well, and I hope to see all of you here in a little while. 8:30 to 9:30, I'm doing free live readings. For those of you who have never been a part of those, you join the live video. If you comment, giving me permission, I'll read for you. And what I do is I draw a card with a phrase. I explain the phrase to you, and then I kind of give you a short mini coaching or some questions to go a little deeper for you on how to create some change in your life or change particular situations. So I don't really take questions from people because I don't want to get into the story of it. I just want to get to the energy of it. And I give you those awarenesses through the reading. So that is 8:30 to 9:30. You can either watch it here, or I'm going to try to get the iPad running as well. So if for some reason I don't get to do it on here, it will be on my business page, which is facebook.com/accessu. So if you go to that, you can join there as well. If you like the page and subscribe, you'll get a notification. Or you can pop back here at 8:30, and I hope to see all of you there. Love and light.